Hello friends, we are back inside the Bot Framework Composer, which is a tool from Microsoft to quickly and easily build chatbots. So if you are a seasoned chatbot developer or just getting started in the space, I highly recommend you to check out the Bot Framework Composer 2.0, which is the latest version of this tool. It's a low-code tool that helps you author, manage, and provision your chatbots through a very simple interface. So today we are building a Jokebot, a bot to add a little humor to your day. So in case you're bored or tired or need a quick break, you can ask the Jokebot to tell you a joke. Let's see how to build one using the Bot Framework Composer. So to get started, I will click Create New. I will choose C#, empty bot, and go ahead and name my bot, which would be Jokebot. My runtime is Azure Web App, and I'm happy with my location. And give it a minute to spin up. So while we're waiting, if you're new to Bot Framework Composer, please be sure to check out my intro video on Bot Framework Composer. It gives you a quick walkthrough of the tool itself and introduces you to some of the key areas within the interface. So quick recap, we can build a bot, we can test the interactions and even provision the bot with a few simple clicks from right within the composer itself. So it's there in Azure. And once inside Azure, then you can connect it to various channels like Facebook, Teams, Slack, even put it on your own website. So we'll cover that in a later video. Let's get started and just run our bot. Start the bot, we see what we get out of the box. So two ways in which you can interact with your bot, either within the web chat, which is an embedded control within the Composer tool itself, or you can download the emulator, which is also available from Microsoft, and test interactions there. So for today, we will test inside the Composer web chat. We see that we have been greeted by the bot, which is welcome to your bot. And like we saw last time, that message comes from the greeting intent. So the bot knows that the first time the user interacts with the bot, it must greet the user and it sends a response. This response can be edited from within the composer itself. So if I want to say welcome to the Jokebot, that would change the response from the bot itself. Likewise, there is another intent which is unknown intent. So anytime the bot does not understand what the user is asking of it, it would respond, sorry, I didn't get that. And all of this is perfectly editable and configurable within the tool itself. In a similar way, I'd like the bot to respond if I ask it to tell me a joke. So how I would do that is I would go here and I would add a new trigger. Before I do that, I want to be able to change from the default recognizer to a regular expression recognizer, and we'll cover that in a later video. But for now, just change that and we would add the name of this trigger here, which would be joke intent. And I can tell it what the phrases are. For example, if I tell the user, if I tell the bot joke, or if I tell me a joke, or any number of phrases, I would want it to recognize that it is to tell me a joke. So these are the trigger phrases, and that is what triggers this particular flow that we're going to build right now. So to get us started with, I would just put a simple response there, and imagine the user tells the bot to tell me a joke, and I want the bot to respond, confirm that. The bot will say sure thing. So let's run this once again and see what we have thus far. We've changed the intro message to a little more customized for our joke bot, and we've also tried to trigger the joke bot. Okay, so there you go. Welcome to the joke bot. If I say joke or tell me a joke, the bot understands my message for now. So that's cool. Now next, there are a couple of ways in which a bot can actually send you a joke. You can either connect it to a database of jokes if you have one. You can build up a quick repository using Q&A, which is another offering from Microsoft, and you can build a Q&A and connect to a Q&A within the bot framework composer itself, which is another method. For today, we will be connecting it to an API. So let's see how to do that. And click add, and instead of the various options, access external resources, send an HTTP request. Now in that HTTP request, there are various parameters here, and it's just a matter of configuring these parameters. Now I have the API that I will show you in Postman. So this is a publicly available API, and I will just invoke this API from within my composer tool. So say my HTTP method is get, and that's my URL, and I'd like to store the response of the API in an object. So, and it's good enough to be just stored in the dialog context. So I'll click dialog dot, let's say, joke response. So that's my object, and inside which the API results will be available, and my response type is JSON. So coming out of this, I know that I will have the response of my API, and then what I would want is to just show that to the user, just display the joke itself to the user. So I would send it a response. And going back to my Postman, I see that the response is available under the value setup and punchline. So it's basically under question answer format. So I can go back here and I can configure that. Now, an easy way to do that, if you don't want to remember all the syntax, is dialog.jokeResponse, and we know that it is under content dot, let me see that again, setup. And likewise, I also want to see not just a question, the answer as well. So that would be punchline. Let me see that, setup and punchline. We got that. So there you go, calling the API and sending a response. So that's the way to do that. And let's restart the bot. See that once again. And hopefully that's all we need to do to this. We have web chat. Welcome to the Jokebot. And tell him to tell me a joke. Oh, okay. Another one. And the last one for the day. Oh boy, I am feeling a lot better. I hope you like the jokes, and I hope you like the bot as well. Happy botting.